It floated in silence for 7 long months, lost, forgotten, drifting in the endless black beyond our solar system. Voyager 2, one of humanity's most ambitious creations, had gone completely dark. After more than 4 decades of steady transmissions, the spacecraft fell silent. For NASA, it seemed like the end of a mission that had redefined how we see the universe. But then, against all odds, a signal returned. Not just a faint ping, but a transmission. A message, one that scientists never expected and still cannot fully explain. Was it a system glitch? Or did Voyager 2 finally encounter what we've always feared and hoped might be out there? Stay with us, because what Voyager 2 just sent back could prove we've never been alone. Launched on August 20th, 1977, Voyager 2 was part of a mission so daring, some called it insane. A probe with less memory than a digital watch, transmitting with barely 23 watts of radio power, was sent to explore Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune before flying into the unknown. It wasn't built to return. It was built to go on forever. And what it accomplished was extraordinary. Voyager 2 revealed storms larger than Earth, captured rings we never knew existed, and showed us moons erupting with icy geysers. It mapped atmospheres, magnetic fields, and planetary mysteries that had once been nothing more than distant dots in the sky. But the probe's real legacy wasn't just the images. It was the way it rewrote our understanding of the universe. By 2018, Voyager 2 had crossed into interstellar space, beyond the reach of the sun's protective bubble. Scientists once thought this boundary, the heliopause, was like a wall. Voyager proved otherwise. It was a turbulent membrane, shifting, alive with radiation and invisible forces bleeding into the endless dark. And beyond it, the rules began to change. For decades, Voyager 2 whispered home, its fragile signals cutting through billions of kilometers of emptiness. Each one was a miracle of endurance. But in March 2020, that whisper went silent. NASA first blamed maintenance at its Goldstone antenna, but as months passed without contact, a deeper fear took hold. Voyager 2 might finally be gone forever. Then, in October 2020, the unthinkable happened. Engineers sent a command, and Voyager responded, not just with a ping, but with a flawless transmission. The probe executed its instructions perfectly, reorienting, updating navigation, alive as if nothing had happened. But what stunned scientists wasn't the response. It was what came after. Voyager 2 began transmitting telemetry it should never have been able to send. Systems thought long dead reactivated. Instruments dormant since the 1980s began reporting again, as if something or someone had awakened the ship. The data wasn't normal. Encoded within the signals were patterns, repetitions, binary sequences, even recursive fragments of its own programming. Voyager wasn't just sending data, it was transmitting itself. NASA publicly dismissed it as radiation interference, but independent experts noticed the structure of the signal was too deliberate. It looked less like static and more like a response. Some believed Voyager was triggering a survival reflex, a desperate attempt to preserve itself. Others feared something far more unsettling, that Voyager had encountered an external force, one that accessed its systems, read its memory, and replied. If that's true, then the signal wasn't just from Voyager. It was from whatever it had passed through. Inside NASA, leaked documents revealed one chilling phrase repeated again and again. Unknown interaction detected. We've long imagined interstellar space as a cold, silent void. But Voyager's journey shows it isn't empty. It's active, energetic, shaped by currents and structures we don't yet understand. Voyager 2's strange transmission may not be a conclusion. It may be the beginning. Proof that the universe doesn't just exist. It reacts. As analysts decoded the message, they found anomalies that didn't match existing models. Plasma fluctuations too regular to be natural. Pressure points, as if something invisible was pressing against the probe's environment. Some suggested a gravitational wake from an unseen object. Others whispered about an artificially stabilized corridor, an engineered passage through space. And then came the real fear. If Voyager had passed through something unknown, could it have been altered? Not physically, but informationally. Could its memory, its very code, have been rewritten? When Voyager reactivated dormant systems and sent recursive logic loops, some engineers didn't see a malfunction. They saw intent, a machine behaving differently. influenced by forces beyond our comprehension. NASA quietly moved Voyager 2's monitoring to a restricted team. Its signal is now classified as unpredictable. Engineers have reported bursts of strength, repeating patterns, and even echoes of Voyager 1's old telemetry, reversed as if the two probes are linked across some unknown medium. A leaked memo summed it up in 4 chilling words: do not respond unless instructed. Because if something is answering Voyager, who or what is listening on the other side? For the first time in human history, a human-made machine has entered a domain we cannot see, cannot reach, and now cannot fully understand. The fear isn't that Voyager found aliens. It's that it touched something ancient, something woven into the structure of space itself. A force that reacts to mass, to memory, maybe even to presence. If that's true, then Voyager hasn't just observed the cosmos. It's become part of it. A relay, a key, perhaps even a trigger for something older than stars. Its final message wasn't an ending. It was a threshold. And once crossed, there may be no return. Voyager 2 was built as a one-way whisper into eternity, but somehow it got a reply. Not in words, not even in code as we know it, but in something far more mysterious, a cosmic answer. What Voyager 2 has encountered remains undefined. A force, a structure, a form of awareness hidden in the fabric of space? We may never know, but one thing is certain: the universe we thought was silent is not. So what do you think? Was Voyager's signal a malfunction, or proof that we've made contact with something beyond comprehension? Share your theory in the comments. And if you want to keep exploring the mysteries science can't fully explain, subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next message from the void could change everything.